Okay, it's time to get a dictionary definition because that will describe today. The word of the day is bucolic, because this is the most pastoral setting I have ever seen.
And you learned that word from me too, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I heard it from you today.
I said it when we were driving in here. This is gorgeous. Hi, I'm Maria Rossi Booth.
And I'm Chad Booth. Welcome to At Your Leisure today.
And we are in Paradise, Utah. Seriously, that's the name of the town. And Eden is right over the hill. And we are at Sportsman Paradise, which truly is a sportsman's paradise. Even if you're not into sports or hunting or fishing, this is so gorgeous out here.
It is a public facility that allows you the opportunity to do upland game sports, to do sport fishing. Mm-hmm. They have hunting here, and you can actually join a club if you just have limited amounts of time. We'll tell you about all that today and all the other opportunities that are out here. But we don't want to waste a whole lot of time just chatting about it. We'd rather show you. The ponds, the stream, the old channel of the river, the new channel along the other side. This is a valley that's just completely surrounded in fishing channels, right? You know, and they got them all named. They got street signs out there, you know. They're all pretty big fishing places except Grant's Trickle, and you can even catch fish there.
I get it now. I hope I'm not killing these things. Come on, Chad, pull up, pull up. Don't lose him.
Well, he got away. I didn't get him in quick enough. If you're ever trying to improve your technique, hooking up with Andy, spending a little time here, you'd have it made.
It's so hard to find a really pristine area these days where you can go and not run into a whole bunch of people. So I think that's what appeals to me. It's like it used to be when I was a kid, and it's right here 12 minutes from my house.
I felt like we were in Ireland. It was so beautiful, and no matter where you look, it doesn't matter where you are on this property, you have just incredible views of the mountains and the hills and the trees and the beautiful streams and wildlife. The dining hall, what a great experience that was. The food was outstanding. Oh.
It looks delicious. And unlike Harlan Sanders, he is a real colonel.
Yeah, he truly is a real colonel.
Mm-hmm. We went out to catch ourselves some bunny rabbits and some pigeons of the clay variety. I'm very good at this. I took all my lessons from Vice President Cheney, so I know how to hunt. All right, Rhea.
I got it?
You did on the first one.
And that's how it's done, ladies. This is one of those places where the whole family can enjoy themselves, or just to be with your spouse or your loved one or your kids. Or I think it's a great place if the gals want to go somewhere and just take off, you know, and just have a ladies' retreat. What a beautiful, beautiful place.
All right, one other thing you can learn here is synchronized fishing. Notice that we are in complete unison as we cast up and down the stream.
We're going to catch one in unison too.
Yeah, catch the same fish.
Yes. We are catching fish like crazy, and they're just beautiful little trout and rainbow.
Some of them aren't so little, honey. You don't want to tell them about that one that got away,
right?
I
got a big one, and it got away. It was like this big.
Well,
wasn't it, Chad?
Kinda.
All right, this big.
It really is good. They have a lot of really good guides that can give you some tips, and it is a great place for practicing your technique. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are at the Sportsman's Paradise, which is a paradise in Paradise, Utah, somewhere between Eden, after you've achieved liberty and freedom.
You know, honestly, only in Utah.
Yeah,
and these towns live up to it.
That's true, they do.
They are beautiful.
Now, part of the amenities here are the cabins, and they've got 5 of them here, and they're sitting on a little stream called Grant's Trickle, and they overlook the river and the valley. And boy, I tell you what, if you needed a non-medicinal sort of blood pressure reducer, this would be it.
You said it right on target. This is fabulous, really. You don't want to leave when you get here.
But you know, the whole appeal of this place isn't just about today, it's about the history that got them there.
My great-grandfather settled this somewhere in the 1850s. He came into this valley and fell in love with it. He said when he came in, there was no sagebrush. We didn't have this scrub maple you see around here. He said it was all grass, right up to the breast of the horse. This ranch has changed its point of direction so many times. He started the fishing in 1922. We started with just basically a clubhouse. Then we added some cabins so they can stay. Then we expanded the clubhouse so we had a dining room. Then we added a relaxation room or a place that hunters or fishermen could go into and relax and sit back by a fireplace. You can catch rainbows, browns, cutthroats, stillhead, splake, tiger trout, and our newest, it's a Kamloops strain, but we call it a hybrid. We call it very athletic because they're short and fat and they dance on the water when you hook them. It's like it was back years ago when we all started upland game hunting. And that's what brings people back. It's not something we've made up or staged. It's just all natural.
Well, Chad, I can't think of a better way to spend a Friday afternoon on a beautiful spring winter day up in the Wasatch Forest.
Hi everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. Today I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Rhea Rossi Booth, and we're at Red Pine Adventure up here in Park City, Utah. And if you want to do some sledding, some beautiful ski-doo sleds, come out here with your family, this is the place to be.
That's true. If you think about where we are right now, you've got Brighton and Solitude over that hill that way, and you've got the Jupiter Bowl of Park City right over here. So we're talking major close to the city. And it's a family affair today, so we're going to cover the 3 R's in our show: recreation, ranching, and relatives. Let's start with the recreation part.
We are up here in beautiful White Pine Canyon, just located minutes from Park City. Fantastic little area to come snowmobiling for the day. We're here at about 8,200 feet as our starting point, so we have a very good snowpack up this high most of the year, whereas other places can shut down, we stay open.
We love taking people out for their first adventure on snowmobiling. A lot of people come to us have never been on snowmobiles or seen anything like this, so we're really adapted at taking out those first-time adventure people and giving them a wonderful, safe experience here in the high mountains of Utah. People really enjoy getting out and taking a day off from skiing, letting those legs rest and get out in the snowmobiles, kick back, relax, and take in the Wasatch Mountain views. Great little trails to the woods, open powder meadows to play in, and great spots for plenty of family photos.
What I love about it up here is the fact that we're just in tune with Mother Nature. We got this beautiful private property that we're on. We don't see many other people up here other than a few skiers off in the distance. You're really in tune with everything. The fact that we're just the only snowmobiling company located in Park City. Everywhere else you have to drive, half an hour to an hour outside of town to experience this. And we're very fortunate to be having this private land so close to Park City to ride on.
This is a wonderful run family business that I've been able to be a part of for over 10 to 12 years now with the Oscathorpe family. It's just a wonderful, great family experience. The way they've lived their lives, we've passed that on to actually make it accessible for the average person to come out and enjoy this experience.
I've never worked for a mom and pop operation like this, and it's nice just to be part of the family. We fully outfit anyone that comes along. You're welcome to wear your own ski gear, your ski helmets, but if you don't have any of that type of equipment, you're here on a conference, whatnot, and you don't ski, we have full snowsuits, boots, goggles. We can outfit you completely without any additional cost.
On your next vacation, take a day off from skiing and come out here at Red Pine Adventures and experience a wonderful way to see a great outdoor adventure on some snowmobiles with us.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. Chad and I are just having a beautiful time up here at the Red Pine Adventure here with the Oscathorpe family. And I'll tell you, these guys know how to have fun and they know how to work hard.
They do, and it's almost like a summer day out here. This spring weather snowmobiling, well, the snow gets a little grainy, it's a little crusty in the morning, but you know what? You just have such perfect days.
Oh no, it's just perfect.
There's something about this family that you should probably know. Yeah, they're in the recreation business, and yeah, they got a lot of acreage up here. But they're not just in the recreation business. There is a new model for how agricultural families survive in the 21st century. And the Oscathorpes are part of that model because when they're not playing in the winter, they're working in the summer.
My dad bought this property back in the 1940s. He was a veterinarian and he always wanted to be a farmer rancher, and so we grew up with the farm. We had a dairy, milk cows, we had sheep, we had cattle, and we raised crops, and so I just grew up with it. As my sons got older and started having their own kids, they came to me and they said, Dad, we want to raise our kids like we were raised.
Grew up on the dairy farm milking cows, and you don't have any neighbors when you grow up milking cows. So you know, your brothers are your best friends and all that, so it's been enjoyable. And so I've worked with my brothers off and on for 30 years.
So our kids growing up, they always worked together, they played together, and they fought together.
And it's everybody. We all work together, the whole family. It's not just you know, just one person here or there, but we all try to work together because it takes a village to operate it.
I think we'll work together and help each other out.
You know, you work for yourself, your family, you know, self-employed. So, and you know, you're always working outside, you know. The great thing about working outside is especially up here in the mountains, is the fresh air.
I've learned hard work, and I've also learned to leave the land the way that when you got it. So that way it means to conserve and do projects that make the water off the mountain come out clear.
You go up to somebody and say, hey, you know, where is your food coming from? And they'll just say, oh, the grocery store. So there's a little bit of a disconnect, and I think it's our job as ranchers and farmers to try and do a better job to promote and tell our stories of actually where their food and where their fiber is actually coming from.
I have to laugh. One of my sons thought he was going to be a banker after he graduated from college. He lasted 2 weeks in the office, and he said, this life isn't for me. I want to be outdoors.